Hello my lovers, and welcome back to Bath Time with Brielle. I actually really need this bath right now because I'm incredibly sore. I've been upping my thought levels and learning how to twerk. Like, it's a full body thing happening, even though it's the isolation of your ass. In my bath today, I used a Lush bubble bar, and it's called a French kiss. It has lavender, rosemary, and thyme. On this episode of Bath Time with Brielle, we're talking about gender. I live in a liberal bubble that is New York City. Not saying we don't have our problems and people are still intolerant, but as far as cities go, we're pretty diverse and a lot of people represent themselves in a lot of different ways. Sometimes I forget that other places don't have the same kind of education and exposure to different identities as we do. So I want to take the time to break it down for you. First question of the episode: how do you know someone's preferred pronoun? So, first thing first, we don't want to use the word preferred. Saying the word preferred downgrades the person's identity as like a second choice, and that's not a second choice, it's actually who that person is. So, don't say preferred. So we will change the question to, how do you know someone's pronouns? So first, we really want to make sure you're not singling anyone out when asking them or making them feel uncomfortable. It's kind of situational. Say you're at a party and you're unsure of someone's pronouns, pay attention to how they refer to themselves and how their friends are referring to them. Since asking can really make people uncomfortable and make them feel singled out, try introducing your pronouns first. You can say, "Hi, my name is Brielle and my pronouns are she, her. What's your name?" That gives the person you're talking to a chance to identify themselves without feeling the pressure of being questioned. If you do fuck up their pronouns, make a sincere apology and move on. Don't say, "Oh my god, I try so hard and I really want to get it right and I practice," and no one wants to hear all that. People just want to be referred to with how they identify. I don't want to hear about how it's hard for you to learn a new pronoun, because imagine being identified wrong your whole life. Imagine how triggering it is to not have your pronouns fit how you feel. But if you can keep up with who the Kardashians are fucking, you can definitely get someone's pronouns right. So when someone tells you their pronouns, respect them. Next question. Can you explain what it means to be non-binary? So first I shall explain the binary. So in a lot of Western culture, there's two main recognized genders, which are male and female. So as we're learning, gender is a big old spectrum. Gender identity is how someone identifies their gender. Gender expression is how you basically present yourself. It's kind of how you choose to perform or not to perform the gender binaries. The secret is that it's all a performance. Since we were little babies, movies have been teaching us how to act. Our parents have been telling us, "Cross your legs, only girls play with that toy," or "boys are rough and boys don't cry." So these are all stereotypical things that fall under the gender binaries. And it's what we've been taught, and a lot of people are trying to unlearn them, because a lot of how we perform gender binaries can be really harmful and toxic. So anyway, non-binary. Some people choose to transition while taking hormones or having surgical procedures, and some don't. Some non-binary people choose to change their birth name. Whatever that person chooses to do or not do, just make sure you respect them, their pronouns, their name. It's 2019 and respecting people's identity is fucking cool. Next question. Are non-binary people asexual? I'm sure some non-binary people are asexual, but just to get things straight, gender and sexuality are two very different things. Gender is how you identify as a person and present yourself, while sexuality is about who you want to fuck or who you want to be romantic with. And another helpful tip from the tub: never ask someone their sexuality just because you're fucking curious. You should only ask about someone's sexuality if you're interested in hooking up with them. Last question. How do you identify, Brielle? Identify as a badass bitch. Oh, and if you want to, you can also call me Rihanna. It's no big deal. You guys, this might be my favorite bath bomb yet. I feel so relaxed and it smells so good, and my bath is completely purple. It's beautiful. Thank you all for watching and educating yourself on gender. I want to dedicate this episode to my roommate Nastia, who's taught me so much about gender. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for letting me use the bathtub all the time. I love you. Good night.